Russia is now the most sanctioned country in the world following its invasion of Ukraine. But some critical items, such as cars, as well as household appliances like washing machines, dishwashers, microwaves, which include microchip and semiconductors used to make drones, munitions and other lethal hardware, are making their way onto the battlefield in Ukraine despite being prohibited from sale to Russia. It appears that companies in Turkey, Kazakhstan, Armenia, China and others, countries which are not aligning with EU sanctions, have been supplying Russia with these items. The job of the EU sanctions envoy, David O'Sullivan, is to use diplomatic pressure to persuade countries not to circumvent Western sanctions.
Purely issue. I think we have to be realistic. There's always going to be a degree of circumvention. There's money to be made. A lot of these products have all previously been sold to other countries and are kind of out there on the free market. But I think our main objective, and in this I think we are succeeding, is to make it harder, to make it slower, and to make it more expensive for Russia to access these products. So every time we shut off one avenue, a new one has to be developed, and I think that's our objective, is progressively to make it harder, slower and much more expensive for Russia to be able to procure this.
He also says that while Russia is getting access to some critical pieces, Western efforts are working in hampering Russia's ability to replenish its military machinery.
I mean, there are things that have a perfectly innocent civilian application in normal circumstances, but also they are largely made with US or EU technology. They are not easily replicated in other countries. So it is hard for Russia to get them as we cease to export them and as we persuade countries, intermediary countries, no longer to re-export them to Russia. And I think, yes, we do see some evidence that it's getting much more difficult, and they are using substitute products, sometimes of Chinese origin, but which are inferior quality, to be frank. So this is giving the Ukrainian military a certain technological advantage on the battlefield.
The EU's sanctions envoy insists that sanctions are working as they're slowly hampering Russia's war effort, but warns it'll take time and commitment to ensure they pay off. Shona Murray, Euronews, Brussels.